Morning, how are we all doing? Welcome to your mats. If some of you have a foam roller, you can take that to your mat. You don't necessarily have to have one, so don't worry if you don't have one, that's absolutely fine. Let's turn this down. So it's a lovely sunny morning out there. I have done a few videos outside, so you have the sounds of the birds. So it can be nice for some people that maybe are isolating and left indoors and can't get out for the moment. You can maybe follow some of those videos. I'll upload them to the Facebook page later. As always, you can grab yourself a scarf, a band, a belt, and if you have one of these flex bands, that's fine too, but all the others will do the same thing. And we'll give it another minute or two to allow people to log on and get moving. Turn all this off. Yeah, we'll just see how the sound is as well. You can give me a thumbs up, let me know how that sound is as well. And we'll get moving then. Just in a few seconds. You can start maybe just lying on your back for a moment if you want, and just take a couple of breaths in, and then we will get moving. So today's class, we're going to do a lot of opening up through the collarbones and the chest, and just releasing out through the shoulder joint. We'll include our core work, of course, and some movement for fascia. So just really allowing the whole body to move as a three-dimensional unit. So we're going to start. If we have our foam roller, you're going to lengthen it along the mat. But like I said, you're not missing out if you don't have a foam roller. It's fine. You're just going to perform the same exercises, except you're going to be lying on your back. Okay? If you have a foam roller, sit on the very, very edge of it, and then just lie your body down onto the mat or the roller. And then from here, we're just going to have our knees bent, regardless whether we're on a roller or a mat. We're just going to take a moment just to orientate ourselves in that space. We breathe into the belly, and then exhale, softening the shoulders. So we're breathing in and exhaling out. And we're going to take a couple of breaths like that as we breathe in and out. Really allowing the head to relax, the shoulders to relax. And I might ask you just to pop into your comment box if your laptop is close to you, if that sound is okay. And we'll take maybe 3 or 4 more breaths here. And as you're inhaling, allow the belly to expand as you're inhaling. And then as you're exhaling, you're surrendering into that space. So really giving the chance for the body to soften and release. Good. So I'm wondering if you can hear me. Let's see. Can everyone hear me? Oh. I'm watching you. Great. Sounds good. Okay, thanks, Bridget. All right. So, taking your couple of breaths then in and out. Brilliant. And then from there, thanks Martina, you're going to reach your hands up towards the sky. So arms are up. And we inhale, reach the fingers to the sky so we get a stretch on the back of the shoulders. And then exhale, we draw the shoulder blades down as if we're pressing onto the mat. If you're on the roller, it's like you're wrapping the shoulder blades on the roller. We breathe in to reach. Exhale to draw down. Breathing in. Exhale, draw down. And this is a really good exercise to create mobility through the shoulder joints and also stability if you're sitting for long periods of time at a desk. Working on laptops can be difficult for our posture. So really emphasize the drawing back. That's working those muscles between those shoulder blades. And that supports us when we're sitting because it keeps our head up when the muscles in the back of our shoulders are strong. So often we feel strain in the back of our shoulders because those muscles have weakened and our posture goes into kind of a stoop position, sort of rounding over the laptop or PC. And that's because those muscles in the back of our body can't maintain our neutral posture. So that's what this exercise is working on. We're going to take one more wherever you are. We breathe in and exhale, draw the shoulders down. And we're going to stay here in this part. So it's almost like our shoulder blades have squared up against the mat. We're going to scissor the arms now. So we take one arm overhead, the other hand by your side. And then we draw back into the middle line. Inhale. So it's exhale to reach the arms away. And inhale, come back to the middle. Exhale to reach and inhale to the center. And for some of you, you may notice as you reach the top arm back that you might come to a sticky point, and don't try and force your way through that. Just move to where you have a comfortable range, and all of us will be different where that comfortable range is. So we're working with your own body. You're sensing and monitoring where you are in space with our virtual classes. And it's a really good skill to start to build on, is using that internal inquiry as to where the body is. We'll take one more to the right side and one more to the left side. Exhale, opening, and then we'll all meet in the center. As we inhale, the hands are now up to the sky. Exhale, reach both arms over the head, and then inhale, sweep and circle out by your sides. Arm circles, inhale overhead, and exhale, circling out by the side. We'll take one more like that. Inhale to reach it up, and exhale to circle it around. Now reverse, we go the other way. Inhale away from the body and up. And then exhale, drawing down. Inhale. And exhaling down. Last one, breathe in. And exhale, float the hands all the way down this time, down by your side. Now, whether you're on the mat or the foam roller again, we're going to move into imprint. So we're going to exhale, roll your low back to the mat or the roller. And then inhale, slowly return. So you've got that little space underneath your low back, enough for your hand to slide under or a blueberry to be there. Inhale, draw back. Exhale, release the pelvis to neutral. And as we're creating this movement, our objective is that we create mobility or a change in the pelvis. So as we rock back, the pelvis is moving, the tailbone's lifting up. And then as we return to neutral, the pelvis goes the other way and the tailbone sits and makes contact with the floor. So we want that action to happen as we're doing this imprint and release.
we can also consider how efficient we are at this move. And think about your hip bones and your lower ribs. Gently draw your belly in as you move the hip bones closer to the lower ribs so you're active through your center. And then release the tailbone and feel those hip bones move away from your ribs. So I like to put my finger on my hip bone and my thumb on my ribs just to get a sense of where I'm moving from. We'll take 2 more of these, rocking back and releasing. And last one, exhale, roll it back. And inhale, releasing away. Brilliant. Placing your hands down by your sides now if they're not already there. We're going to take our right leg up to tabletop. Again, whether you're on a roller or in the mat. Exhale, straighten that leg out. Push the sole of the foot to the wall in front of you. Inhale, drawing back through. As you press that right leg out, take a gentle draw in through your tummy and then return to the center. Let's consider our space underneath the low back. We want to maintain a position for a blueberry to rest under. And we do that by virtue of gently drawing in the core. Let's do 5 more. Exhale to press. And 4. 3 more. 2. And 1 very last one. Lengthen all the way out. And draw back to center. Place that foot down to the floor. And let's take the second leg into tabletop. And remember, tabletop is knee in line with your hip, shin parallel to the floor or the ceiling. Exhale, press. Inhale, drawing back in. And this is a really good start to the morning, really supportive for the joints, giving time to yourself and your body to just release and open it out, getting ready for your day. Exhale, gently extend and back through. And I'm looking for extension through my knee. I'm looking to really open out my knee joint here. And at the same time, I'm active through that foot as if I'm going to make an imprint of my sole of my foot against that wall below me. Let's do 2 more. Press long and back. And 1 more. Press it out. And draw it back in. And lower that foot to the floor. Okay, we're going to get ready to dismount off our roller for some of you that are on rollers. The best way to do that is literally just roll to one side and then just move the roller out of your way. So we're all on our mats now. Hands are going to come by your side and we're going to draw our heels closer to our thighs than we normally would have them. We breathe in here. Then exhale, use the imprint that we just learned, and now peel your vertebrae bit by bit away from the floor. So the hips come high and your feet are pressing deeply into the floor or the mat. Take a breath on the top, and then on the exhale, allow the breastbone to melt and release. So we're lowering the vertebrae down piece by piece by piece by piece. And then the pelvis releases out to find its neutral again. So we're breathing in. Exhale, roll your low back to the mat and peel the spine up. Inhale, hold. And exhale, lowering everything back down. If you'd like a little bit more challenge on the next one, as you start to lift, bring your arms with you. So you can float your hands up from the get-go if you want, bringing the arms overhead. Take an inhale breath here, and then exhale, lower everything to the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, roll and peel. Inhale and soften through the the spine as we release everything back into the floor. If you want to make that a little bit easier, you could just peel the spine up on its own, then take the arms up, take a breath, and then lower the spine back into the floor. So whatever version you're working with, we're going to do 3 more of those. Taking your breath, maybe we're not using the arms and you're just bringing all your attention into your spine, that's fine. Breath in and lowering down. 2 more, inhale on the bottom. And articulate that spine as we come up. So it's almost like our vertebrae is like a row of pearls and we're just peeling one pearl off the mat at a time. Breath in. And the same focus on the way down, like you're layering that row of pearls one by one back to the floor. And it's fine if you're incorporating the hands. Taking your last breath, breathe in, exhale, push deeply into the floor as we're coming up into that ski slope position. Taking your last breath here, and then exhale, slowly lower everything down into the floor. Drop your 2 knees to the side, turn to look to your right. Take a big inhale breath. Exhale, slide out the mouth. 1 more, breathe in. And exhale. Come back to the middle, dropping the knees to the other side, eye gaze looking the other way. Deep breath in. And exhale out. Again, deep breath in. And exhaling out. Slowly bringing the knees to the middle. From here, you're going to turn over onto your side. And we're going to bend our knees so our heels are in line with our butt. We're going to have our support hand here. We bring our eye gaze to look forward, so we're not stooping down. We're keeping the spine in our nice neutral. Gentle draw in as if we have a belt on and we're tightening it in 1 notch. Keep the ankles together. Open the top knee as we exhale and inhale, lower down. Exhale to lift and inhale to lower. So we're really mindful that this hip bone is not moving back in space. We want to keep it forward, square to that wall in front of us. You could choose to have your hand on your hip to monitor that as you're moving if you wish. We're going to do 5 of these and down. 4. Excellent. 3, and you'll feel this somewhere between the front pocket and the back pocket. I generally tend to feel it there on the lateral side. We'll take 1 more, lifting up and lowering down. Now we're going to disconnect the ankles and we bring the top knee forward. But watch this, on the way back we come up into an arc to bring that back leg behind us, but we're still focusing on keeping this hip parallel to the wall in front of you. So we inhale, allow it to go forward, exhale up over the arc and press the heel back. Inhale and press the heel back. And in this version, some of you may need the support hand, and that's absolutely fine. Emphasize the press back as if you were pressing into the wall behind you. So we're accessing the glute max muscle. So they're the butt muscles. Breathing in forward, checking that you're coming through the arcs, kind of like a rainbow arc. And you should start to feel that into the butt muscles now at this stage. Breathe in and press it back. We're going to do 2 more. Inhale, exhaling back. And last one, breathe in and exhale, pressing back in space. Excellent. From here, bend the knees back towards each other, and then just push yourself up with your bottom hand, and then slide yourself into your V-sit position. If that doesn't work for you, you can have your two knees like this. We're going to keep our right hand down by our side. We inhale the top arm up, and then we exhale, side reach it. But this time, we're going to turn the palm and then sweep it all the way through the center and to the side. So we reach over, palm up, now circle as if you're serving a tray, something nice. Reaching to the side and circling out. And let's do two more like this. Breathe in to reach. Exhale, circle wide. And last one, inhale and exhale to circle. Lovely. Relaxing that hand down. Let's bring the feet to the other side, and then we come down to do the glute work on this side. So we check that our heels are in line with the butt. We keep the ankles together for the first set, and then we lift the top knee as we exhale, and then lower it down. Exhaling and lowering down. So these exercises are really good if you do a lot of running or cycling. So they really support the pelvis and the hips. Exhale and down. We want to keep that eye gaze looking out and not down to the feet if we can. So we've got that nice tall spine. So we're always encouraging the posture to be efficient and aiming for that neutral spine, even though we're in a sideline position. We're going to go for two more. And last one. Okay, let's add our progression. So we're going to roll that knee forward, lift it up and over your imaginary arc, and press the sole of the foot back in space. Breathing in. Exhale, draw it back. Consider what that top hip is doing. You want to make sure that it's staying in its nice parallel position to the wall in front of you. Avoid it rolling back with your hip. So if you're feeling your hip rolling backwards, then you're pushing that top leg too far back. Breath in and exhale back in space. And of course you can use that hand if you need it as a pillar hand to stabilize you. 3 more. You should be feeling it. And back. And last 2. And back. And let's do one more, guys. Forward and reaching back in space. Brilliant. Letting your knees rest on each other. Using your bottom hands to just lift yourself up into the sideline again. Knees can be together. You can go into your sit. We're going to inhale, reach it up and over. Exhale, turn the palm up and sweep it round all the way to the side. Breathing in. I like to follow my fingertips with my eye gaze here as I'm doing this movement as well. So I just feel it gives us a better kind of 3-dimensional movement as the eyes follow it. It creates a sense of openness to the body. So inhale, side. Exhale, turning the palm up, following that hand. Breathing in. And exhale, a really lovely side body opener. I've lost count, so we'll do 2 more. Inhale. It's not a bad exercise to lose count on. And last one. Breathe in. And exhale, opening out, relaxing the hand. Let's go face down onto our tummy next. So we're lying face down. We're going to have our feet just slightly separated behind. And this morning we're going to reach our arms out in front of us. So eye gaze looks to the floor. We take a breath in just to prepare. And then exhale out, just allowing the body to relax. On your next inhale, we're going to lift the right arm up. And then exhale, lower down. Other arm, left arm up as we inhale. And gently lower it down. So we're alternating between the right on the inhale and down. and the left on the inhale and down. So you're going to continue with that alternation, and at the same time I want you to be mindful of your tummy muscles. So we're thinking about the tummy where it is on the mat, and we're imagining we're drawing the belly button away from the mat. Internally, that's going to connect to our center, but externally your tummy will still be in contact with the mat, and that's perfectly fine. So you're not trying to create space between your belly and the mat, you're just trying to create connection through your core. So we'll take, let's take one more to the right and one more to the left. Inhale up, exhale, lower down. Now we're going to add in leg movement, but it's going to be the opposite leg, okay? So we take a breath out, and then inhale, right arm, left leg lifts. Your upper chest is lifting as well, and then we slowly lower it down. Inhale, left arm, right leg. Yeah, that's you I'm talking to. Right leg, left arm, and then slowly lower it down. So often people will do the same side, and then you're wobbling all over the place, wondering why that's happening. So think about Superman, opposite arm, opposite leg. Inhale to rise, exhale to lower. And get really active with the back leg as you're lifting as well. So I'm squeezing my butt and squeezing the back of the thighs. I'm lifting that leg to support me on the lift. Breathe in. Let's take one more either side. Inhale, lift. Exhale, down. And last one. Inhale, lift. And exhale, lower down. Brilliant. Coming up onto your knees. Drop your bum back to your heels and just reach your arms out in front. Let your head drop so you're getting a stretch in through the spine. Using the breath to relax. And then let's turn over and come to a seated position. So we're going to sit on our mat. And we're going to sit in two ways. Our legs are going to be out in front of us if we can sit nice and tall. If that's a challenge, I happen to have a brick there. You probably don't have a brick, so just grab a cushion. If your foam roller's there, you can sit on the foam roller or your cushion, or if you have a thick mat like me, you could roll the mat up like that, and then it creates a wedge at the end. So when you sit on a block, it just provides more room in your back to sit nice and tall, versus if you don't have the flexibility in your back or your legs, otherwise you kind of end up sitting in that position. And of course you could sit on a chair if you wanted to. So I'm going to turn around so you can see what I'm doing. So we're sitting nice and tall, really creating that elongation through the spine. Then we're going to take our arms out to the side. So it's kind of like we're about to kind of embrace somebody. So spine's tall, we take a breath, and then we rotate to the right for 1, rotate 2, rotate 3, and then inhale, build your spine back tall again. Exhale, turn 1, turn 2, turn 3, and back up nice and tall. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. You're going to do a few more of these. If you're getting tired with arms and shoulders, you can bring your hands in this Cossack position. 3 and center. Otherwise, keep them wide. So our attention as we rotate is we're moving the side ribs, rotating those left ribs if you're turning towards that side. Think about them moving back in space as if there's a camera in the side ribs and they're trying to get a shot of the corner of the room. 2, 3, we're going to do one more to whatever side you need to finish on. Exhale, 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 and back into your center. Good work. So that spine twist position is actually quite challenging just to sit in even, never mind the movement. So well done, good work. Let's come down onto our mat now where we're going to lie on our back and we're going to focus on the tummy, that core center. We take both legs into tabletop. Then we're going to extend the legs long. And in fact, let's actually take the palms of our hands up to the sky. So that's a little bit more challenging. If you find your neck is maybe in this position where your kind of eyes are looking behind you rather than to the sky, you could take that cushion you were sitting on and pop it underneath your head. From here, we're going to exhale, lower the right leg. And we hold the right leg position here for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Back to the sky, switch legs, lower 5. And you should even see my core muscles react to this. You might have a little bit of shaking happening. 2, 1, and back to center. Gently draw your knees into your chest. If that didn't work for you, place one foot on the floor for the next set, otherwise have 2 legs up, and then lower one leg down and hold for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Lift the leg back up, pop that one down, and then switch to the other side. And of course, you can just do the last version if it's working better for you. Lowering down for 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and lifting back up. Everybody draw your knees into your chest. Maybe move your knees from side to side. And then we're going to take our legs into tabletop here. So we're going to do a teaser modification. But what I'm going to show you is how to do a really easy beginner level, and then I'll build it up to make it get harder. So an easy level is to have your hands behind the back of your thighs, taking a breath in, and on the exhale, draw your belly in and use the weight of the legs to pull you forward in this position to a seated position. Take a breath in on the top, and then exhale, slowly lift your legs, and then roll yourself back down to the start position. So to make it a little bit more difficult, we're going to remove the hands away from the legs, so the arms are up to the sky. Take a breath in, and then on the exhale, we nod our head forward. So we're trying to use our tummy muscles to get ourselves to that seated position. Now we have a choice here. We can keep the feet elevated for more challenge, or you could choose to drop the feet here at the bottom. Take a breath in wherever you are, and then exhale, rolling down through the spine, coming back to your tabletop legs. And if you're not using the legs, you bring the arms back to the sky. So we'll do a couple of these and then I'll add another layer on. So breathe in, exhale, rock forward whatever way you can. Inhale here, and then exhale, slowly sink to lower. Breathe in at the bottom. Exhale, fold the body forward. More challenge here. Inhale, arms to the sky. And then exhale, slowly lower everything back into the floor. Breathe in. Exhale, roll forward. And if you're starting to kind of waver, a little bit of a tension here, and you're kind of taking a little break, come back to the class. Come back, join in. We're nearly done. You've nearly done all your hard work. This is a challenging exercise. It's very easy to give up on this exercise and just maybe sit it out. But use the back of the legs if you're feeling really challenged. Use the back of the legs, because that will start to strengthen your core to the point that you will be able to come forward without using the legs. And back through. Good. Let's do 2 more. Breathe in. Exhale, roll it forward. Come on, we've got this. Inhale, arms up if you want more challenge. Exhale, slowly lower it down. 1 more for the finish. Breathe in. Exhale, roll the body forward. Whatever way you can, get it up. Breathe in, arms up if you're challenging your body. And then exhale, slowly lower everything back down. Well done, we did it. Hug the knees into the chest. Maybe rock the knees from side to side. And then pop your feet onto the floor. Draw your heels closer to your thighs and then normal. We're going to work our butt now. Cross your right leg onto your left knee. If that doesn't work for you, you could just hold your right leg in a tabletop position. Take a breath in and then exhale. Pick your hips up, squeezing that left butt to pick your hips up. And then inhale, just drop it halfway down. Exhale, lift it up. Inhale, drop it down. Good. Lifting up and drop it down. Good. So we're just bringing in some power into the body, bringing some energy towards you, your living room and your mat. Lift it up for another 5 and 4. Good. Really strong through that back leg. Pushing the whole foot of the left foot into the floor. Last 2, guys. 1 more. Push it up, up, up. Slowly release it down till your body hits the floor. Let's switch our legs. If you're in a tabletop leg, I'll do that version for you now. Cross it over if it's comfortable in your body. Sometimes knees don't allow the crossover. Now pushing in through your right leg as we lift it up and then gently lower it down. Press it in and then lower it down. And then we might have challenges in our body where one side of the body might have had an old injury. So I've injured the right knee, so I really feel that my right side could do with a little bit more work here. So just pay attention to those messages that you're getting in the body. So you might just need to really consider your form on that side. So I really need to make sure my big toe mound makes the contact with the floor because I have a tendency to roll out. Great, we've got 3 more. Squeezing into the right butt and down. Last 2. And 1 more, guys. Come on, 1 more. Let's finish it out. Squeeze it up and lower it back down. Brilliant. Draw those knees into the chest. And then just rocking the knees from side to side. Grab the back of your thighs, roll your body forward. We are going to finish with a plank. I'm going to give you the options to make it easier or harder. So let's finish it out on a good note. So we'll turn over onto all 4s. We'll do a bit of breath work at the end as well. So onto all 4s. Walk your hands, maybe 2 hand spaces in front of you, and then roll your hips forward. And then you can hold in that position. And often I would say if you want to keep your feet down or up, it's fine. It doesn't make any difference to the exercise. Then if you want more challenge, you can come to the full version where you take your knees away from the floor and we come up into this full position. So when you're ready, choose the position that you're going to take and let's aim to go for a minute. I might add in some extra optionals that you can do if you wish. If you're not doing extra optionals, just ignore me and just stay in the position you're in. I invite you to take a rest whenever you need to also. Okay, so when we're ready, take a breath in, find your position and then breathe in and out. Wherever you are, imagine the shoulder blades drawing back on your back. The collarbone's wide, the heart and the lungs are almost kind of pressing through the arms. Eye gaze looks forward, and then press your inner thighs together. So that energy through the inner thighs really supports a plank position. We breathe in and out as well. There's a tendency to hold breath here because it's a big challenge. It's an all over body workout. So I'm going to give you an option to kind of do a bit of a flow with me here. If you're challenged, then stay where you are. Otherwise, we're going to roll onto our left hand and take the right hand up as we breathe in and out into a full side plank. Then we slowly come back to find our regular plank. And then spin to the other side, top arm up, breathing in and out. And then back to your regular plank.
And we'll hold here for 10 seconds. Well done, whoever joined me there. Building on those principles. Inner thighs strong, shoulder blades back, heart and lungs forward, eye gaze forward. For 5, 4, 3, 2, and release. Well done, guys. Really good work. Dropping your bum back if that's comfortable on your knees. I like to keep my head up after I do my plank because I've built up some heat with that exercise, and when I drop the head down, sometimes it can get really hot down there. So maybe bring the eye gazes forward, so it just gives your body a chance to cool itself down and regulate the body. Breathing in and out. Some of you might be here because the knees might not allow you to go there, and that's fine. Okay, so let's turn around and come to our breath work. So we're going to find a position that's nice for you. For some of you that have the foam roller, you could take the foam roller and place it underneath your knees. That can be nice, and it just allows the upper thighs to really let go and relax. Doesn't matter if you don't have one of those, or if you had a cushion beside you, you could try it and see how that feels. But it's perfectly fine for the legs to be long, or maybe the knees to be bent. It's totally fine. So we're going to take a couple of breaths. Hands, let's put them on our belly to just get that sense of expansion. And then we breathe in and exhale. Breathing in and exhaling. So just staying in that position you're in, I'm just going to talk you through a body scan. So just allow the back of the head to really soften there. So surrendering with the back of the head. Allow the shoulders to melt into the floor. Feeling the back of the ribs soften. The back of the pelvis, back of the thighs, the calves and the ankles, all resting deeply into the floor. We're breathing into that belly, feeling expansion. And as we exhale out, we're surrendering into the mat. Breathing in to rise. And exhale to fall. Following that ebb and flow of the breath. Rising and falling. Lifting and lowering. Expanding and surrendering. And if your mind wanders, just let it wander, and then come back to the breath. Following that journey of the breath as it enters the body through the nostrils and the mouth, traveling down to expand the belly. And as it exhales, coming up the back of the throat, at the nostrils or the mouth. Continuing with 3 more breaths, deeply in and out. One more breath. And then in your own time, when you're ready, start to get a little bit of movement into your hands and feet. Maybe circling the wrists, circling the hands and feet. Just getting the energy back into the body. And just normal breathing now, so you're not trying to encourage a deeper breath, just normal breathing. In and out. And you can gently hug your knees in towards your chest. And then when you're ready, rock your body forward, back to your seated position. So well done, guys. Thank you for everybody that's been joining me on Wednesdays and Saturdays at 10 a.m. And welcome to any new people that joined today. I hope you can bring this energy forward in your day. And we will see you again on Saturday at 10 a.m. Thanks. Have a good day. Thanks, Margaret. Thanks, Martina.